So I've been in Europe now for about a month, and there's these themes that keep coming back to me over and over again. And one of those themes is that while Europe is a place with a lot of history, the people here are not old. Their ideas are not old. This is a place that isn't captured by its past. And that's sort of an interesting contrast because I think in America sometimes, because we're a new young country in the global sense of things, I think sometimes we get very full of ourselves about our youngness and our vibrancy and our fast pace. And we tend to look at the places where we came from, like Europe, as being old and slow and gray. And that just hasn't been my experience while I've been here. The people of Europe are extremely forward thinking. They're not enslaved to their past. They have constantly reinvented their culture time and time again, and they bring forward the things that they like, but they're quite easy to forget and discard bad ideas from the past if they don't need them anymore. And for me, it's been very amazing to talk with Europeans because they have a history that they can look back and see 500 years into the past and see where they were. And so they can get a better grasp on where they want to be 500 years in the future. In America, we don't have that. And I know these observations are just based on me being here for a month, and it's not some kind of deep cultural anthropology study. But these are my experiences that I've had from talking to real people in places like Hungary, Austria, Germany, and France. And I'm going to swing it back around here to politics for a second and go out on a limb and say that I'm starting to feel that the average European may care more about other people, particularly different people, than we do and care for other people in America. Because many Americans have had this experience, and I have too while I've been here, where you're on a train or you're in some kind of public place and you make eye contact with someone and you say, Guten Tag, wie geht es Ihnen? Or Bonjour, ça va? And you want to sort of make a little polite conversation with somebody in an elevator or standing in a queue at a supermarket. And that just doesn't happen. The people here just don't have those sort of topical level small talk conversations with strangers. But the average European is willing to work very hard and pay a good deal in taxes to have things like health care and infrastructure and a functioning civil society that benefits everyone. And at the end of the day, I think it's a better measure of how much a society cares for each other that they're willing to work and build a better civil society than they are to have superficial conversations with strangers in a supermarket. But you probably shouldn't be taking political advice from a guy on a video. Once you stop being selfish and obsessing about your own success and how much money you can put in the bank, and you turn those efforts around to caring about the world and helping other people, that feeling's kind of addicting, and it's hard to stop doing it. Of course, there was a philosopher who once said that you should give up worldly ways and work to make the world a better place and to help your fellow men and love the people around you. But, he was a Middle Eastern guy from about 2,000 years ago. You may have heard of him. His name's Jesus. And you know how people have these armbands that say WWJD, what would Jesus do? Somehow, I don't think Jesus would have been a nationalist. I don't think he would have voted for Trump. But please, you are welcome to quote Bible verses below that try to justify why you think Jesus would have closed the borders, deported people, and taken away health care from the masses. Everybody handles cognitive dissonance in their own way. It's okay. For me, however, I'm going to enjoy Europe for another couple of days and its people, ignore the news, and soak up every drop of this culture I can. I came here to punch Nazis and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum.